Are you ready for some thrift flips? Today I'm going to show you how I thrift for gifts, and this is especially helpful during the Christmas season. Welcome to the Peaceful Home. I'm Teresa if we haven't met, and I'm so happy that you're here today, hopefully for some inspiration for last minute gifts for Christmas. This is the next video in my thrifting series, and I am just having so much fun doing this. I want to show you the item that really spurred this video, and that is this beautiful frame my daughter Naomi gave us last year for Christmas, and it has a picture of my husband and I at her wedding. And they just celebrated their 2-year anniversary, and I was just thinking about how much I love this frame, and I've seen similar frames but not in gold. So I thought if I could find something similar and then spray paint it, that would be perfect. I'm just going to recap a few of the thrifted things that I found that I'm flipping or giving. And if you missed my thrift haul, I will link that below. And then I'm going to take you right into the things that I did to spruce up a couple of these items. And then we'll come back here. I'll show you the finished products and wrapping. I wanted to do a quick overview of the top things that I give as gifts. Number one is books. And you can find books for just about anybody. Have someone that loves organizing? Got a book for that. How about old classics, Little Women? There are so many books that you can find. I especially like to look at the coffee table books, you know, just the really large, beautiful ones that you would put out on a coffee table that cover so many different interests. My good friend Raquel just got me some used books for Christmas. This beautiful set of 6, and these are just absolutely gorgeous. This blue with the embossed cover, gold lettering on the spines. This is a set of encyclopedias for moms called the Mother's Encyclopedia. This is from 1933. And Raquel knows how much I love old books, how much I love vintage things. And this is such an amazing gift, an absolute treasure to me. And I can't wait to find a spot to put these. Another really easy gift to thrift is frames. And of course, I'm going to show you a couple flips today, but you can find beautiful frames as is. This dark wood, and this is a picture that I got off of Etsy and just popped in here. You can purchase for usually a couple of dollars beautiful artwork from Etsy and have it sized and printed out. It's very inexpensive. Here's another one that I had done, and the frame I purchased. I didn't even have to do anything with it, but put the art inside. Of course, putting family photos in frames is so nice for the holidays. Number 3, glassware. I have found complete sets of wine glasses, water glasses, coffee mugs, usually in beautiful condition, perfect. Glassware is so readily available and makes a great gift. Now in the same vein would be dishes, bakeware, casserole dishes, a beautiful plate. The bonus is to add some homemade food. Now I'm going to show you today with that scone dish when I make scones, and that's how I'm going to give it. But a transferware plate, you only find one, but with cookies on top, makes such a wonderful gift. Now also at the end, I'm going to show you a few bonus items that I purchased for stocking stuffers. Before I get started flipping, I want to show you the 5 things that I'm going to turn into gifts. This pair, that was $1. The blue and pink bells, $2, but Christmas was half off, so I paid $1 for those. This frame, $3.99, I believe. I had a 25% off coupon, so $3 for that. The fur, I paid $2 for. And this pie plate, and I purchased this several months ago. It was not part of my recent haul, but I knew when I got it, I was going to use it for a gift. I had a couple of leftover metallic gold spray paints that I used. I did a first coat on the bells and the pear. I did forget to put a primer on the pear. It's so important with the shiny surface that you prime it or chalk paint it first. I used a hammered paint to get a little bit of texture on these frames. And then I did a second coat in the gold for the bells, the pear, and the frames. It's important that you hit the frames from every angle. So you need to go around to all four sides to make sure that every surface is covered. The bottoms of the bells had pink and blue, so I just used a little bit of rub and buff to cover the color. I also touched up the frames with some rub and buff just to give a bit more texture and a different color. I did the same thing with the pear. I also added a touch of black in to deepen the color, and I just kept going over and over until I had the look I wanted. I trimmed down the greeting card I got so that it would fit in the frame and did the same with the photo. I've got several options for these little bells. They could be strung and kind of layered and just hung up with one loop, but I was thinking that I might like to make a little garland. So again, options. I could use just some twine. I've got some gray velvet ribbon, I think would be beautiful. A champagne colored satin. I also have this ribbon, which is pretty large. I'm wondering if, as I cluster them on, if they will just kind of hold tight because there isn't much of an opening at the top of the bell. I think I'll try this, see how it looks. Oh yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. It would pull together the ribbon right there and naturally kind of sit. I wouldn't have to tie it off. I think I'm going to go ahead and string it on this. I'm ready to show you all of the finished products, and I'll even wrap a couple of things for you. I love the way this pear turned out. I would be thrilled to receive this and put it on a bookcase, a nightstand, just tucking it up on a shelf. So pretty. And the combo of the spray paint and the rub and buff, I think just made it look antique and really beautiful. Don't forget what I said about the primer. It should have had a coat of chalk paint or primer before the other paints to make sure it doesn't scratch off. Now here are those little bells in the bell garland. Isn't that beautiful? Again, when you think I would love to receive this gift, then you know it's a good gift to give. I hung these up on my armoire over here and I thought they looked absolutely beautiful. I'm just going to kind of gather them and place them in a bag with some tissue. Next are the two frames that I did in gold. Obviously gold was a theme, rub and buff was a theme for this video and this season in 2023, but I think these turned out so beautiful. This is one of the note cards from my thrift haul, and I just popped it in there. I didn't even do the glass on top, and I think that is so pretty. And this one is our daughter Joanna with my husband Kevin. Now this one isn't really a flip, but it's using glassware. Like I told you, here are two beautiful champagne flutes, and I had thrifted this basket from my fall thrift haul. I put in a bottle of the Martinelli's blush, which is such a pretty color. And I'm going to turn off the audio while I wrap this in cellophane. It's going to be quite noisy. Now, just an example of cost, the Martinelli's, I believe, was $3 on sale. The glasses were 57 cents. You're running about $4 there, and $2 for the basket. That's around $6 for a really great gift that anybody would enjoy. I am so excited to show you this next gift. And I know that at least one of you guessed in the comments below of my thrift haul what this gift would be. Now, I have this hat box that belonged to my grandmother. You could find something similar or simply use a basket or a bag. I simply created a little dress-up box, and I just think this is an amazing gift. You'll recognize this. This is what started it all, the fur stole. And I added a little tiny piece of elastic with the two fasteners. And this way it can just be slipped on. Isn't this amazing? Also 2 hats. I thrifted some hats that are just gorgeous. Does it go this way or does it go backwards? I'm gonna look in the mirror. I think it's actually supposed to go with the bow on the back. Isn't that something? I thrifted this little handbag. The chain strap was about twice as long, and I cut it off so that it would be little girl size. And inside, rose-colored glasses, literally. Aren't these something? When I was a kid, I loved dressing up so much. I just thought for my granddaughters, this would be such a fun surprise for them. Now in this little pouch, I thrifted some jewelry. So get my pearls on there and some clip-on earrings. And so these will make such a fun gift. The most expensive thing was the handbag for $5. And I would say that all of this combined was less than 15 bucks. What a fun and original gift. I'm going to show you the stocking stuffers that I got, and then I'll pop down to the kitchen to make scones. This was the little hat that I had thrifted, but I didn't have on my thrift haul. This is for my youngest granddaughter. I found this tin heart for my mom. She loves hearts. And this little bird had a very thin little wire hanger that I just cut off and put in this little piece of gauzy ribbon. So pretty. This actually would make just a beautiful gift, wrapped in tissue in a little box, but I'm going to use it as a stocking stuffer. I got this little wicker tray for my daughter-in-law and this beautiful canvas bag. It's got a little pocket on the back and a zipper open and close. This was $2. Everything else was $1. So really great prices. Honestly, you can't get things at Dollar Tree anymore for $1. So it's a great way to add at the end just to get those little stocking stuffers in, those last minute gifts. Always keep your eye out at a thrift store. Here are the scones all finished with an orange glaze, and they taste so delicious. I already had one because there was extra dough and I made a few others. So this gift could be wrapped up in cellophane or just covered with saran wrap and tied in a bow. You could gift it with a kitchen towel, with some cream and a little jar of jam, and it would be really a wonderful gift during the holidays. I did film the entire making of this with the recipe, so I will link that video below if you want to take a look. Here's a few of the things wrapped, some are not wrapped. Don't underestimate thrift stores for unique and inexpensive gifts. Thank you so much for joining me today on The Peaceful Home. Merry Christmas.